Hi everyone, it's Francisco, and in this video, I wanted to talk about a house that burned down in Riverside, California. And I don't really know the story behind this fire, but here, right next to our home, in the back here, this other street is called Price Court, and this corner home here, 11261 Price Court. This home, as you guys can see here with Google Maps, it's all boarded up, and from what I understand, the house burned down, and there was a person who went over there that wanted to do some stuff. Okay, and I think we could read into that right now. But yeah, let's just read into that, because I don't really know all the details. But it says, in November 2022, a house fire at 11200 Price Court in Riverside, California, resulted in the deaths of 3 individuals. The fire was reported to the City of Riverside Fire Department, and 3 adults were found deceased in the front entryway. Investigations by arson investigators and homicide detectives suggest the fire was intentionally ignited, and the victims were likely the result of homicide. The victims were identified as 69-year-old Mark Winick, his wife, 65-year-old Sherry Wink, and their daughter, 38-year-old Brooke Wink. So, the father, the mother of their daughter died, and the daughter died. So that's crazy, right? The mother, the father, and the daughter. But it doesn't say anything else regarding that. Right here, ABC lost 7. Riverside murders. It says neighbors saw teen being taken by suspect moments before house erupted in flames. Investigators said she saw the man walking back to his car with a teen girl who was reportedly not wearing any shoes or pants. Riverside, California, a neighbor who called 911 to try A 15-year-old girl in the Riverside describes witnessing the suspect with a young girl before her family's home erupted in flames. The grisly crime unfolded the day after Thanksgiving, according to investigators. 20-year-old Austin Edwards, a sheriff deputy in Virginia, drove all the way to Southern California to meet the teen girl. The police say Edwards, which is the sheriff deputy in Virginia. So police say Edwards killed the girl's mother, 30-year-old Brooke Wink, and her grandparents, Mark and Sherry Wink. It says, read more. A man accused of catfishing teen daughter of one of victims before killing family. So, says catfish leads to triple murder. So I'm assuming these were the parents and this was the daughter, because obviously she doesn't look like she's 15 years of age. It says before the crime unfolded, a neighbor down the street called police to report an unknown car with Virginia license plates parked in her driveway. So the suspect didn't actually drive into this driveway, but in a different driveway. Okay, which is kind of weird. It says investigators. So to me, it kind of like it kind of makes the whole thing like seem like he already knew what his intentions were for not driving into this parking lot but into another one, because he really probably thought and reasoned within himself that he was going to burn the home down. Let me see here. It says investigators said she called police again about 30 minutes later after she saw Edwards walking back to his red Kia Soul with a teen girl. So 30 minutes later, says after she saw Edwards walking back to his red Kia Soul. So let's look that up. Red Kia Soul. So one of these kind of cars. That's what he was driving in, according to this. Red Kia Soul with a teen girl who was reportedly not wearing any shoes or pants. Police say the teen attempted to say something, but the neighbor said the girl could not get the words to come out of her mouth. She did seem and appear a little distressed, so it was concerning enough to these people to call, said Riverside PD of C. Ryan Railsback. Moments later, the house in the 11,200 block of Price Court, where Edwards and the girl had apparently came from, was on fire. Firefighters knocked down the blaze and found the bodies of all three Wink family members laying on the ground in the front entryway. And based on how they were found, it was pretty disturbing. It was obvious they died of homicide, said Railsback. Since the neighbor who called in to report Edwards' car in her driveway had given the license plate number to police, it didn't take long for detectives to track him down. A sheriff's helicopter spotted the suspect's vehicle on Highway 247, and we can look that up. So 247. So it appears like they traveled north east. Or you guys can say they might have traveled. It's possible they traveled to the 15 freeway, and then eventually they went to this freeway, California 247, and who knows where he was planning on going. But yeah, highway says a sheriff's helicopter spotted the suspect's vehicle on Highway 247 in the unincorporated area of Kelso and followed until a SWAT team responded. Authorities say Edwards, who was driving with the team, led deputies on a chase and fired shots at deputies. He was shot and killed by deputies shortly after. The team was not injured and is currently in protective custody, according to police. We believed for him to be armed and dangerous. Of course, we would. He just killed 3 people, and he's in law enforcement, so things happen. This suspect's no longer going to be able to prey on anybody else, said Railsback. So, it's obvious, according to this, that most likely he shot the victims, because right here it says we believe for him to be armed and dangerous. So he was obviously carrying a weapon, and it says, and of course he would. It says, and of course we would. He just killed 3 people, but they didn't specify how they were killed. In the article, it doesn't specify. Okay, so but right here it says he just killed 3 people, and he's in law enforcement. So things happen. This suspect's no longer going to be able to prey on anybody else, said Railsback. Police believe the 28-year-old was pretending to be a teenager and believe it was it was one of the ways he was able to lure the teen. Police have since conducted an initial interview with the girl, but noted the investigation may take a while given the circumstances. They're trying to figure out when and where the two met. Edwards had worked for the Virginia State Police as a trooper and previously completed the Virginia State Police Academy in January 2022, where he was hired by the Washington. It says he was hired by the Washington County Sheriff's Office in November 2022 and had recently began orientation to be assigned to the patrol division, according to investigators. The Washington County Sheriff's Office said past employers and the Virginia State Police were contacted during the hiring processing and said no employers disclosed any troubles, reprimands, or internal investigations pertaining to Edwards. It is shocking and sad to the entire law enforcement community that such an evil and wicked person could infiltrate law enforcement while concealing his true identity as a computer predator and murderer. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Wink family and their friends, officers, and all of those affected by this heinous crime, said Washington County Sheriff Blake Andis. The exact cause of the Wink family's deaths remain unknown. That's weird. Anyway, during a vigil over the weekend, neighbors told Eyewitness News the Wink family was always neighborly and went out of their way to help the community. The victim's family was in attendance but did not wish to speak with the media. It says, I just want everyone to know how lovingly they were. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve this. I'm not eating. I'm not sleeping. It just hit me very, very hard, said Bonnie Davis, who said she has lived next door to the Winks for 2 decades. They were just that. They were just that type people that you would just never wake up to think that you would hear this of them. Meanwhile, the Wink family issued the following statement on Monday. The Wink family would like to thank everyone for their love, support, prayers, and patience during this horrific time in our lives. Mark, Sherry, and Brooke were loving people who didn't deserve this tragedy. We are still processing the new information provided by authorities and will be speaking further at a press conference in conjunction with the Riverside Police Department later this week. In the meantime, if you feel moved to do so, please donate to the GoFundMe page Wink Family Fund to support those left behind. So anyway, I'm just bringing this up because let me see here. we put this on satellite mode, right behind this brick wall, there's a bunch of homeless people. A bunch. And I'm just concerned that there may be other things going on with the neighbors and stuff like that. Because, like, what would these people be doing back there? And they have tents and cell phones and other technology. And then I noticed someone had a solar panel or some solar panels back there. So I don't know if these people are like undercover military people or army people, but there's definitely what we would consider homeless people, and that's very concerning to me. I mean, they have a full-blown solar panel, like the ones that you people would see on a home. Not a little, solar panel for, like, emergency situations. So I don't know what they're doing with their time there on every single day. But it may be that these people are hacking people or residents or even witnesses. So yeah, I would encourage all of you to report these people and cause these people to disappear one way or the other, because it's super disturbing, given the circumstances that these people here, like everyone, they're just minding their own business, going to work. And then there's these homeless people, what we would consider homeless, quote unquote homeless. But military people, like soldiers, and computers. They use solar panels and computers. You see this? See these computers? And as far as all of us are concerned, none of us know who these people are. I don't even know if they have IDs. I don't know if they're wanted for any crimes. Watch. Let me type in the jungle. Military soldiers in the jungle using solar panels and computers. Let me see. Like, I don't know, like some type of like survival scenario. Scenario like this. They have solar panels and computers and they can stay out there for years. See, look at this. Solar panels and they're just out there doing who knows what. Yeah, and they have literally they have like one of these. I've noticed it. Because this house where this happened, it's right off this off ramp of the 91 freeway that leads to La Sierra Avenue. So like, I pass this off ramp. I go on this off ramp like almost every day of the week. And every time I pass by it, it's just like, what the heck? It's very disturbing. And right now I pass by there again, and the house is still boarded up. It's very terrifying to all of us. And the other day, there was like a bunch of shotgun rounds that were going off, like around this area. So I don't know what the hell was going on. Like, I don't know if more people are involved and they're taking out witnesses and neighbors. Like, who knows what the fuck's going on. But right now I pass by and there's people out there, like right behind the wall. Like seriously, right behind the wall. There's people. See, and you guys could even see the traffic from here. See that big rig right there? And there's more vehicles back there. But yeah, anyway, right behind this brick wall right here, the bums are right there. And there's a bunch of them. So it's like, who the fuck are they? And what are they doing there? And what do they want? And what are they up to? And why isn't law enforcement doing anything about them? So there's a lot of weird stuff going on, including this case. You know. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to, just like, talk about this. And maybe I should record with my cell phone. Like, every time I pass by there. But, I mean, I don't know if that will make a difference. especially because if they're hacking the community, then obviously whatever we do or say won't really make a difference. So I don't know if these people are out there targeting people that know stuff about the case. I mean, it's possible. But I mean, Jimmy, I mean, I don't know if anyone else is tripping out, but just the way that I don't know, this person was like in law enforcement, I guess, makes it kind of weird and suspicious, because now we have bums who you people will think are harmless and out there just minding their own business or whatever. But I mean, we never know. And I know I heard another story around here, that there is a guy, a homeless guy, and he was always like half naked, like on drugs or something. I don't really know. And I guess someone slit his throat around here, and no one even knows who did it. So, like, of course, homeless people are dangerous. Super dangerous. And I don't think they should be, near these people. I mean, I'm surprised that these neighbors haven't reported them. It's fucking weird. Super, super, super duper weird. Let me see. Let me see if I could drop this little guy over here, so I could kind of show you guys. So this is the off ramp right here, from the 91 freeway, and yeah, this is the house right here that burned down. You guys can actually see how the roof is missing right here. And it's like black right here. See, look at, you guys see these all these tents. There's a tent right here, there's a tent over here. And now there's some, there's some right here in this area. I don't know when this was updated, but right now there's some right there. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff always constantly going on, constantly. Yeah, so I don't know. I just kind of just find it kind of strange and awkward that you know, people are allowed to have all sorts of junk back there. You know, and I'm an adult living with my mom and my dad. Um, what is this? Performance issue alert, whatever. So, you know, and I could barely afford stuff. You know, these motherfuckers have solar panels and obviously batteries and who knows what type of technology they have. They have tents, you know, and they have a bunch of other stuff. And then they have the right to stay there um, for years. Or I don't know if these people are new. I mean, I don't know who the fuck they are. But I mean, who knows what they're doing? But I think that they may be hacking all of us. That's what I believe. Like, they have these expensive tents. Like, they have more stuff than I have. And I mean, I don't know if these people are cooking up drugs. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Oh, I can see some people right there. And look at all these tents. All these tarps and stuff. You know, and this stuff is most likely stolen items. But I don't know. I don't know if these people have money or if they're stealing everything. But I mean, there shouldn't be any fucking solar panels behind, you know, and like right here on the where the train tracks are. And then these guys are tearing down the fences, and then they just don't give a fuck. Well, anyway, I also seen some tents and stuff down here underneath the bridge. And then over here, if I go back, yeah, this water channel right here. Yeah, this water channel. There's a ton of tents and stuff as well. Just like there is here. There's a ton of tents. I think that's one right there. There's a bunch of stuff, illegal activity going on all over the place. So yeah, I just wanted to like kind of point that out to whoever it may concern. See, and you guys can definitely tell that they like periodically move their tents around and stuff. See, look at, there's one right here, right behind Ralph's. There's a tent right there. And it looks like there's a bunch of junk over here. Look at this. As well. So it could be possible that these people are mooching off of people, or like their people are still like living here just to like jump over and steal things, or so they could appear like they're a bum and not a thief when the security guards are making the rounds around the store. As a form of disguise. Because what would the police? I mean the security guard say if he sees a bum? Oh, you're not allowed to be here. You need to leave the area. But in actuality, the fucking bum could be there stealing shit. I mean, who knows? So yeah, I just like, again, I just noticed this to be like super strange and awkward and weird. These guys have solar panels back there. So I don't know if these people are from a different country over here in the United States of America, invading our country, or what the heck's going on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a police officer. I don't work for law enforcement. I am another citizen. that was born and raised here, and that's all I know. I mean, I don't know what these people are trained and taught. But yeah, I think you guys should go look into that. Or like maybe there's something fishy going on with the United States of America and other countries need to get involved. That's also a possibility. If there's something going on that doesn't make sense that the United States of America is doing or involved in, then maybe other countries should get involved and look into these matters as well, for international security measures and peace of mind. But yeah, I personally didn't know these people, which were my neighbors. I have one neighbor across the street, and instead of him being nice with us, he's always like super angry with us and doesn't even communicate with us. He doesn't even smile at us. And I don't know what country he's from or what religion he's from. But I think he is from a different country. So yeah, things are getting weirder and weirder.